March 23rd, 2022. I'm just walking back from dropping my son off from school, and I'm thinking to myself, like, if one thinks of the atmosphere or the environment or the climate at the dome to the ground kind of a thing, almost as like inter-cabin pressure on an airplane, for instance, or some kind of enclosed utility that one can feel the pressure changes easily and monitor things. The cabin pressure on the interior, the long sustained effects on your human anatomy and physiology would be felt. That's on like a macro scale or micro scale. Then on a nano scale, there's intracranial pressure. There's a saying, different strokes for different folks. For my purpose, it's a very integral part of a larger story or actuality. Again, you can have strokes behind the eye, you can have intracranial strokes. Doesn't mean necessarily it's almost, if you think of it like a misprogramming or miswiring, and the machine, the optical reader that walks through the machine strokes out if it enters into a corrupt system, because what I see is this in front of me, but there could be different invisible physics principles interfering with my walkabout daily, which then interferes with my machine. Currently, I have some obesity issues, some rigid issues with mobility. Breathing is a problem in barometrics and pressure and tidal volume. My voice has changed. My face is not healing as fast as it should. I mean, there's a lot of physiological and biological issues attributed to the lack of care. Now, again, I don't know who's in charge of the weather and the climate at cabin pressure being the greater environment outside, but it does affect the human in the most discreet ways as you walk, when it changes, or if it's under different leadership or under some form of leadership that wants to see you harmed for some reason that's unbeknownst to you. I know there was a TV show in the New York area called Different Strokes. It had some integral part with some father named Philip. Again, I don't know who these things are based off of, but there is a saying, when time stands still and when time is moving, of different strokes for different folks. I was also divinely inspired to ponder on the fact that while Alexander and I share this unique form of what humans refer to as time, but in a geospatial and a quasi-linear fashion, he is my recessive genes expressed as a different figure, almost. And Anthony, my last one, is more of my expressed genes, just duplicated. So I have a recessive trait gened child on a special quasi-linear format, and then I have the expressed gene child that arrived in a different calibration. But as far as weather and walking through anatomy and physiology wise, there is some kind of force beyond my comprehension that is, whether by purpose or not, hurting my ability to perform as far as health integrity while I'm being held here in New York within this public health sector system, private health sector system, and public safety system, and private safety system. However, that those components work, I'm not quite clear, because I have nobody to speak with about such things. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361, and it's March 23rd, 2022.